Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. This week I'm expecting a lot of decisions to be taken. I'm demanding that finally we can take some decisions, and big ones on all fronts. From the sponsors, and we'll speak about the sponsor in a second, from the Mercato, in and out, decision will need to be taken. Players will need also to take a decision because they are on the market, because they are flirting with a lot of clubs. Now it's time to take a decision. Where do you want to go? Where will you go? Is there a team that will give us an offer for you? Yes or no? It's time. Because we need to take a decision about the next players that will come. But also for Thiago Motta to take decision. Where will players play? Who will play? Who will stay in first team? Who will go back to next gen? We have so many things to speak about in today's video. So put a maximum of like. Prepare yourself. Subscribing also to the channel if you didn't yet. Well, the first one that took a decision, it's not me. It's not the players, it's not Thiago, it is you. And I'm extremely grateful for that because yesterday I recorded a video where I was asking to do me a favor, reaching 900 likes because we are so many to watch the videos. The likes sometimes, well, I need to ask them. Well, yesterday you did something fantastic. As I'm speaking, we are at 1,100 likes on the video of yesterday. Can we do it again? Going over 1,000, depending on you. You are the one that take that decision. Now we go to the other things. We go to Cambiaso because he's the first one actually that took a decision after you. Not yesterday, not today, not tomorrow. He took it already before Euro 2024. Staying at Juventus, renewing his contract with Juventus. And yesterday he said it in front of the microphone because he's the first one, the first player that spoke with the journalist. He said, I am happy and very excited to be here. In front of cameras, he also said, yes, it's true, I had a lot of offers, a lot of interest, but for me it was extremely easy to take Juventus because at today Juventus is better than anything. Juventus is better than the offers from Premier League. Juventus is better than Premier League. When we hear these words of a 27 numbered Andrea Cambiaso, well, we are only happy. We can only be happy because if last year Cambiaso was a question mark, we didn't know yet where will he play, will he do a great season, will he be a good rotational player, he proved all of us that he's a fantastic player, extremely versatile. And speaking about versatility, yesterday he spoiled again. After spoiling the first shirt of Juve, the home shirt, yesterday he spoiled where he's tested at the moment from Thiago Motta as a left back. Spoiling us that we will go back to that four-man defense that a lot of Juventini were asking in the last few seasons. So four-man defense with Cambiaso starting again where he ended at Bologna because he was already coached by Thiago Motta 2 seasons ago. Andrea Cambiaso, there on the left, pay attention. He also said, I am extremely versatile, so in a season is long. I can play on the right, I can play a bit more offensive, a bit more defensive, but the important thing is that he feels that responsibility to go for every single goal from the club, but also his own goals that are game by game doing fantastic performances. And I'm extremely happy to hear these words. He also took a decision when they asked him, who is the player that impressed you the most in this beginning of season? Without hesitation, he told us the name of Fabio Miretti. Do you remember yesterday in the video I told you 3 names that were extremely impressing the new staff, the new coach, and they were Locatelli, Adzic, and Fabio Miretti? Well, Fabio Miretti is not the first time that we hear his name. He's doing fantastically great. In training session, he's impressing everyone. A player of immense qualities that we hope that we also can see on the field. Then a decision will be needed to taken by Juventus as well. What do you do with Miretti, especially if you are able to go for your triple A target that is cope manners? You keep, you don't keep. Fabio Miretti, important decision there for the young player that started his career as a kid at the youth academy of Juventus Football Club. But there, the decision has been taken easily by Cambiaso. Other decisions, the sponsor. Since yesterday, boom, boom, a lot of news, and I know, and I feel it, and I read it, and I hear you. Sponsor is one of the most interested topic, the topic that the people are the most interested about. Since yesterday, people are speaking only about that new sponsor. Why? Because there are leaked information from all the journalists that are telling us Juventus is about to put pen on paper with a new sponsor for a multi-year partnership for approx 30 million euro per year, much more than the one that we refused. And looking back at it, we did well to wait, even losing 1 month, even starting to sell our shirts, the new shirts, without sponsor. But we wanted to be sure that we found one with the same values, one that could give us a lot of money, Probably one that will even be aesthetically beautiful on the shirt, but for that we need to wait. Yesterday a lot of people were going towards USA because we refused a lot of Middle East offers. Well, USA, that's where Juventus' new sponsor can possibly come from. At the moment it's extremely secret, so that's where the fantasy started. Amazon. Look at Carlos' work yesterday, fantastic. There were some people that were even starting to speak slightly about EA Sport. It's in the game. No, when you hear EA Sport, you are obliged to say it. If you don't say it, guys, you had no youth. EA Sport on the shirts of Juventus. Who knows? Why not? Would be really beautiful to see. Anyway, they know already who will be the new sponsor. Looks like before the 19th of August, before the first game against Como, we already have a sponsor on our shirt. So I recommend you, for the people that want a collector piece and you want a shirt of Juve without sponsor, it's the moment to buy it. Otherwise, you will have no chance anymore to do for it. Who is the sponsor that you want? Let me know in the comment section. Now you go towards the other part, the players. Corriere dello Sport. Soulé, dentro o fuori? Soulé, in or out? Because Soulé will need to take a decision. And if it looks like he already took a decision, priority number one, if possible, is staying at Juve, but looks like this will not be the case, I took the decision to go to Roma. I agree with all what they offered to me, but it's Roma that will need to take a decision in that case. Will they continue to increase their initial offer to meet what Juventus is requesting or not? Because if that first request of Roma was reaching a total included bonus 25 million euro and Juventus insisted in it is not enough, yesterday they came back with another offer that is 28 in total, 25 plus 3, where Juventus once again, or 25 plus 4, sorry, 29 million euro, where Juventus once again said, no, it is not enough. You need to go at least to 30 million plus bonus. Otherwise, we don't even speak about, can we be creative inserting a percentage on the resale? We can discuss about it, but 30 is the minimum for Matias Soulé. And we are already kind, because honestly, the starting price to sit at the table was 40, 35, not 30. So we are quite already flexible. We made a step towards you because we need that cash, because we know it. We need money to go towards our big objectives on the Mercato, and we know, and we already said it, some hearts would be broken in this Mercato, selling players that are important, that we believe in, that we would have loved to keep, but we have other priorities, other necessities that unfortunately for Soulé are more important for the game of Thiago Motta as we speak. So Roma will need to take a decision. Will they do it today? I keep continuing to say that I feel that Roma at a certain moment, they will do it, and quite fast. I'm not sure if Soulé will play that game against Nuremberg. At the moment, I'm still hesitant if he will still be there on Friday. We are Tuesday. We have still a few days to go. We will see. Another one that will need to take a decision, it is Nice. Nice taking a decision about what condition they will accept to give us Todibo. They already agreed on nearly everything. That the formula will be a loan that you are paying with an option or an obligation. Could be an option with an obligation if you reach easy targets. The only thing that they will need to decide is 1 million more, 1 million less on how much you pay for the loan. 1 million more, 1 million less about what is the obligation to buy. One bonus, easy or difficult to reach. What is the level of the bonus? So these details, I continue to repeat that according to me, decision has been taken on that one. Nice needs to take the final decision, but Todibo to Juventus before Friday 5 p.m. is what I continue to think. Again, let's see if it will happen or not. Another important decision will be the one of Federico Chiesa, because if first he put aside Juve stories focusing on Euro 2024 like a lot of players did, and correctly, because it's a huge big tournament, if after that he was focusing correctly on his wedding with Lucia, again, auguri to both of you. Now there is no time to push back. Now it's the moment to take a decision. What do you do, Fede? Is there an opening to remain at Juve? Is there no opening anymore? What do you do? At the moment, the decision has been taken to Juve to keep him in La Continassa, because this morning he was there for his medical test. Probably from tomorrow he will train there in La Continassa, waiting for Juventus and Thiago Motta and his teammates, and Dusan Vlahovic to come back to train with him. But the decision will need to be taken really fast because of Federico Chiesa, with 1 year of contract remaining at Juve, is an option that at the moment is absolutely not taken into account by Juventus Football Club. Yesterday there were some leaks, some rumors about Federico Chiesa interest from Tottenham that can be an important one to go for Fede with their huge, big group of players that are coming from Serie A, also a lot of them coming from Juventus Football Club, Romero, Dragujin, Kulusevski, and Bentancur. What will Chiesa do? Will he accept? Will he not accept? Will he wait? Still wait? Going to Napoli? Going to Roma? We don't know, but the decision will need to be taken there because Federico Chiesa's situation is blocking Juve a lot at the moment. Federico Chiesa, Dusan Vlahovic, the duo of last year, well, they have never been as far. Not only in kilometers, 700 kilometers between the two, because one is in Herzogenaurach and the other one is in La Continassa. Well, they could be really far away, not only here in pre-season, but also during the season. A Vlahovic that is in top form. We never seen a Dusan Vlahovic in pre-season like the one that we have. If 2 seasons ago he was suffering of pubalgia, lombalgia, if last year he was at the center of the transfer market with these voices, Lukaku, Vlahovic, Vlahovic, Lukaku, what do we do with Dusan? Well, this time, not only he feels much more responsible, much more aware, but also he's there in full form, physically, no physical problems, no Mercato voices around his name. He's totally there. And he's feeling that responsibility, also being surrounded by a lot of next-gen players. I spoke about it yesterday live. I made a tweet about it where a lot of people were mocking, what do you know? What is actually, or how do you understand that Dusan Vlahovic is a new Vlahovic, a different Vlahovic? Is it because you saw 2-3 pictures? Well, today Gazzetta dello Sport is writing an article today, not yesterday, today, with exactly the same things that I was telling you yesterday in that tweet or in the live. And I'm happy because it shows that when I'm speaking, I'm not just inventing things, but I know what I'm speaking about. That's what I wanted to say. Then, Dusan Vlahovic, yes, center of the project. Thiago Motta told him yesterday, we saw a really beautiful scene of both of them on the bike. Super, super funny. They have a beautiful collaboration. Thiago Motta is counting a lot on Dusan Vlahovic. He's also counting that Dusan will go over 30 goals next season. Now, Tuttosport is saying, pay attenzione, because Dusan Vlahovic, yes, great, fantastic, but alone, it's not possible. So you need a vice Vlahovic. Vice Vlahovic also there. A decision will need to be taken. And this time, not that fast. Because we have time. The priority of Koopmeiners, Todibo, Koop, Todibo, Koop. That's the first decision. And then we check for the other roles. But also a decision will need to be taken about who will be the vice Vlahovic. Tuttosport is pushing on Raspadori, extremely appreciated by Thiago Motta, or Retegui. Two different players, two players that could possibly be the vice number 9 at Juve. Versatility is one of the big talents of Raspadori that can play as a falso 9, and we saw him also playing that role with Italy, with the Italian national team, also with Napoli, but they also can play on the left side, reinforcing, being a rotational player there, doing different things. Retegui that can offer things that Dusan Vlahovic cannot offer because he is a total different player as the one that we have in our team, the Serbian number 9. So there, a decision will need to be taken. At the moment, I tell you, it's not a priority. We will still hear other names, but these are real targets. So pay attention to these two names. Of course, you cannot go for these men before Milik is a decision. Milik would have loved to stay at Juve. Juve took a decision, not only Moiskin leaving Juve, but also Arkadiusz Milik. Arkadiusz Milik, where we start to have more and more offers. Why? Because his physical condition is starting to be better and better and better, close to be back with the team. Arkadiusz Milik, they have big offers from Everton, from Brentford, from West Ham, from Sevilla. So different leagues, also from Nice, from teams, Monaco, for example, in Ligue 1. So there are a lot of teams interested. I believe that for 7-8 million euro, the player could leave Juventus Football Club so that Juventus can then, from that moment on, think about the vice Vlahovic. Another kid that needs to take a decision is Dean Huijsen, because also him, we are counting on him to cash in. A lot of offers, a lot of interest, a lot of curiosity. A bit further away now, Paris Saint-Germain, that asked information. At the moment, they give up. Now you have also Bournemouth, you have Stuttgart, you have Wolfsburg. You see it, and the big clubs as Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, they listened to the entourage, they made some meeting, and probably they gave up. Probably because of the request of the kids. And that's important now. Dean Huijsen needs to take a decision about what he wants and what he doesn't want. Because going from a rotational player at Juventus Football Club, where they believe in you, where they really are sure that you are a real potential, but they are asking you time, maybe with 1 extra year on loan, to become actually in the future the real center back of Juve, or choosing to be a starter immediately at Bournemouth. Guys, with all the respect that I have for Bournemouth, he needs to decide. He really needs to decide. A lot of other people will decide also this week. Nicolussi, Barbieri, Muharemovic. So a lot of them will take decision, De Sciglio, etc., etc. So we'll see a lot of movements in and out this week. A decision will also be needed to taken on the offensive wingers, because it's true that if you're selling Kostic, that at the moment we don't hear that much about. Soulé, Federico Chiesa, well, you need some offensive players. It's impossible to start a season with only Dusan Vlahovic and Kenan Yildiz. Well, the name that, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, is now really one that is uprising is the name of Adeyemi. Adeyemi is one of the list that is long. Galeno, Pepe, Consensao, as we told you yesterday, Sancho, not giving up on that, but Adeyemi is a player that is in the tour in Asia with the vice champions of Champions League. We are speaking about Dortmund. He knows that it's not untouchable for Dortmund. He would love also to have another experience, and Juventus is on the player. That is a fantastic player. He's not yet at the full potential. He's still young, he's 22, but he could possibly give something to Juve. Of course, it costs a lot. Between 40-45 million euro are the request of Dortmund, that at the moment are too high for Juventus for that kind of investment, especially because, you know, we wanted a player a la Sancho, and we were discussing about a loan. Dortmund giving players on loan, it's not that much their strategy. They are also in that optic of going for players on loan rather than loaning their players, especially if they have a player like Adeyemi that they can cash in a lot. So will Juventus continue to push on Adeyemi, yes or no? Let's see. Really curious about that. Guys, let me know what is the most important decision that Juventus should do this week. I hope you put a maximum of like. I hope you continue to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your patience. Grazie, forza, Juve.